like makeup. I think it's fun. I don't think that it's for everyone. And don't get me wrong, I go out all the time. 99% of the time when I'm out, I have nothing on. No eyebrows, no nothing. And I haven't washed my hair in forever and I look horrible.
Hey guys, it's me, Shanna. I'm going to attempt my first makeup tutorial. It's not really a tutorial, it's just kind of how I do my foundation and cover up if I'm in a hurry and that's all I have time for, and I just throw some mascara on and some false eyelashes and I'm out the door. This doesn't happen very often because I don't really go anywhere. Please, if you could bear with me, I just got this new camera, I got some new lights, I'm trying to figure it out. I have a monitor in front of me so I can see myself. It looks very bright, so we'll see how that goes. And so yeah, this is kind of, I guess you could say it's like a beginner, quick, every day if you didn't want to pack it on, get up and go type deal. And I just wanted to start by saying, first of all, I'm not professionally trained. I'm not a makeup artist. I'm not a hairstylist. I'm not trained in anything. I've always been into makeup. I used to love it when I was younger, and in high school I used to pack it on. I went through the whole white face, white eyeliner, you know, the blue eyeshadow, tons, like 35 layers of mascara, but I've always liked it. So, you know, what I do for me, it works for me. It might not work for everyone. I don't have the best of products, nor do I think that you need the best of products. A lot of the stuff that I've used in my Halloween makeup tutorials is just stuff that I've accumulated from Walmart and Superstore and all those places. So nothing super special, nothing fancy. I've started trying to get a couple more like higher end products, I guess. I'm not using it on anyone. I'm only using it on myself. So, you know, I don't need the best of products. A lot of the products you can probably find, you know, a high-end version and a drugstore version that are, you know, it might not be exactly the same, but it's a good enough everyday substitute where you're not gonna buy a $100 foundation just to wear around the house. So without any more talking in this intro, let's get on with it. So I've started using this lotion that I found at Shoppers. It's by La Roche-Posay, and it says it's an anti-itching, lipid, replenishing, soothing balm. Spaces out flare-ups of severe dryness. I find this works for me. It's a huge bottle. It was, I think, 30 bucks. So I'm a bit shiny right now because I already put it on. And then I usually go in with some sort of primer. What was it, Maybelline? I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that. This is the Maybelline Blur and Illuminate primer base. I find it works. It doesn't work as good as the Smashbox stuff, but it does work. So I use just a little bit, not a ton. You can see there's not much there. Yeah, I just put it on my nose, on my forehead right here, kind of like that T-zone area, and a little bit on my chin. I don't find that you need to put it all over your face. I mean, by all means, if you want to, you can. It's not going to hurt. So that's what I use for that Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. It's oil-free with a really good feel to it. And for foundation, what I've been using, which it's pretty empty, is the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. I'm in the color 03, which is light beige, which I think is actually a little bit dark for me, but I'm pretty pale, so in the summer this works. So I just put a little bit on my hand, and then I go in with a damp beauty sponge. This is the Real Technique sponge, and it's affordable. You get 2 for about 15 bucks. So I just go in with that, and then just kind of pat that everywhere. You want to just get it all in there. So continue going and going and going. I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do in these parts of the video. Do I keep talking? Do I stay silent? I don't know. Is it awkward for you? It's awkward for me. So I've got some, I don't know what's going on here. I've been having issues. A couple months back I had this huge breakout, like my whole face was covered, which I've never had. I never had bad like acne as a teenager. It only started like when I turned 30, which is great. It's so much fun. And then I've had all this stuff on my neck, which, you know, Also fun. So after foundation, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with concealer. I've been using the Kat Von D Lock It Concealer in L7 Warm. And I'm just going to go and put a little bit under my eyes. A little bit down the nose, a little bit down here. Sometimes I put a little bit on the sides of my cheeks here to try to cover up some of that red. And then the rest, whatever's on your brush, you can just kind of put on your forehead. And then I just go in with my sponge and just dab that in. Make sure you get up under your eyes really close so you don't have a line underneath your lashes of where you missed. And then just blend that in, try to cover some of that redness. And then whatever's left over, I just kind of pat. To set everything, I use my Kat Von D Lock It Translucent Setting Powder. I was using something else, Translucent Powder by Marcel, but for some reason this makes me sneeze. I'm just going to put a little bit into the lid, and then I'm just going to use my sponge and go up under my eyes. And just make sure that you don't have any creases in there before you put your powder on, or else you're gonna set your creases and your wrinkles, which you don't want to keep all day. And then I usually put a little bit down here, a little bit on this side, a little bit on the forehead. And then usually what I'll do is I'll just take a brush, just any sort of fluffy brush, take a little bit and then just kind of go all over my face just to make sure that everything's kind of gonna stay there. Make sure you always go down your neck too. You don't want your face makeup to stay all day and then your neck makeup's gone. So after all of that, what I've been using lately is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer in the shade Reserve Your Cabana. It looks like this. It doesn't have much of a color, but it gives you kind of like an all over glow. You can kind of see. After that, I have to do my eyebrows. Now, if you're not like me and you have nicely shaped eyebrows, then you can just go ahead and fill them in. I, however, do not like the shape of my eyebrows, so I shave off like a little bit more than half of the outer sides of them. So what I use to fill them in is the Milani Stay Put Brow Color. Looks like this. I use 2 different shades, which of course it's not going to focus. I'm not sure how to do that yet. But I use the shade 03 and 04. That's medium brown and brunette. So what I do is I go in with the lightest shade first, just on a little angled brush, just a tiny one. And the trick here is to go in with the super light one first and just kind of draw the shape that you want. And then I use that darker one after and go in and kind of fill it in and make it look half decent. So this doesn't show up too much. It's quite light for me. I like to use it just to kind of get a general shape of what I want to do. So you can see like that doesn't match my color. What I do after is I go in with that darker shade on the same brush, make some almost like little hair strokes. This color definitely matches my color a little bit more. So I just keep doing these light little lines all the way to the end. So you can see it's kind of coming together now. So I just continue going in with that darker color and getting those little brush strokes in there so that it kind of looks like I have some sort of like eyebrow hairs. And I keep doing that until I'm happy with how it looks. So I think that looks pretty good. I'm going to do the other one off camera and then I will be back. Alright, so now that eyebrows are looking somewhat even, somewhat. I mean, they don't have to be exact. Nobody's at a test. Next thing I would do is go in with some sort of like bronzer. I'm actually going to use the NYX Highlight and Contour Pro palette. It fell and it's all smashed, but I'm going to use, without trying to dump this all over, I'm going to use this shade to give myself some depth back into my face. So with contour, you just want to go just right below your cheekbone. And not all the way to your mouth, just about halfway. You just want to make sure that's blended nicely because you don't want this big streak down your face, because that doesn't look cool. You can go up on your forehead too if you like. Now, if I was in a hurry and trying to get ready, I wouldn't contour my nose. For some of the pictures and stuff that I do, the more extreme makeup I do, but not on an everyday basis. It's a lot of work. And I mean, if you're just running out and you just want to look decent, in my opinion, it's not a necessary step. The next thing I would do, I would even skip eyeliner on a busy day, because that can get tricky, especially if you're just starting your big cat wing. Then one's gonna work well, the other one's not, trying to even them out, and you're gonna have black eyes by the end. I would suggest, if you're in a hurry, not to do wing liner. Just throw on some mascara. If you have really nice eyelashes, you can just curl your eyelashes, throw on some mascara, and go. So what I usually do, give my eyelashes a curl just with a normal eyelash curler. And just kind of hold it there, and I like to like kind of press it in and out. So I use the Tarte, again, problems with cameras. It's called Lights Camera Lashes. Light layer of mascara without doing the mascara face. So that's it for that. And for eyelashes, for me, use the Ardell Wispies. I'm missing a pair. I don't know where they went. But the problem that I have with eyelashes, and it's almost every pair of eyelashes I've ever had, is that, I don't know if you want to zoom into my face, but my eyes, when I'm looking up, they almost fold right in the corner. So any lashes that I put on, they poke me. Let's zoom out, that was a bit much. What I have to do is cut the ends of the lashes. So what I normally do, where am I, is just cut off the ends. And that way it makes them a bit shorter, and I can actually do stuff without poking my eye out all day long. Because that's, I mean, your eye's just gonna water, and then your lashes are just gonna fall off. So I'm gonna put those on with, I just use, so Lash Duo, I think I just got this at Walmart. It's decent. I used a really good one once, and I cannot for the life of me remember where I got it. So the biggest thing I think that people make, the biggest mistake that people make with false lashes is they put it on right away. You cannot put your eyelash on when your glue is still this wet. It's just gonna slip around, you're gonna get frustrated, and it's gonna end up on your face. So you gotta let that dry. I would say let it dry until it's like 90% dry. So what I'm gonna do while I'm waiting for my glue to dry is I'm gonna go in with my Swamp Queen palette, and I'm going to use Gator Wings, which is this color right here. And I'm gonna use that as my highlight. One of these brushes, just a flat brush, any flat brush. A lot of people use a fan brush. I find it doesn't work for me. And just put a little bit, oh, so you can see that. A little bit there, and a little bit on this side. Maybe a little bit on my nose. And then this is a double-ended brush, so I just use the little other side. And sometimes just go underneath my eyebrows. My lashes should be ready to stick on. The best way I found to do it is to just go kind of in from above and set it down halfway and try to get that middle stuck. So don't freak out, and then grab the inner corner, place it where you want it to be, and then grab that outer corner and stick that down too. And then just kind of let them dry. Let them sit there, let them dry. Don't play with them too much. So I'm gonna do the other one off camera, and then I will come back. All right, so now that our eyelashes are on, what I like to do is just go in with my eyelash curler, and I like to just not so much curl them as just kind of squeeze them together with my own lashes too. I tend to not be able to do this because of my nails. So, I mean, if you don't have long nails, you could probably do this without the curler. So with that, that would be pretty much it for me on a quick day, or like a beginner. If you're a beginner and you're not used to wearing makeup and it's not really your thing, you might just throw on some sort of lip gloss. I mean, I normally don't, but you can. It's the Baby Lips moisturizing lip gloss. It really doesn't have any color. So I would just put that on. My lips have been so dry. My kids look like they have 2 sets of lips because they're licking their lips like crazy. It looks horrible. And that's about it. That would be it for me. A quick beginner type of look, something that doesn't take too long. So hopefully this helped. Like I said before, I'm not a professional. I don't claim to be. I think it's fun. I think it's fun to put it on, and sometimes it's fun to just mess around, and you know, if you're gonna go somewhere busy, then it's nice to look decent. If you like this video, I would love if you would subscribe. That would be really awesome. And if you'd like the video, that would be great too. Again, it's only my 3rd video. I'm hoping to get better at this. Technology and me are just not friends. I think this is better than the last video that I put out, so that's what I'm aiming for. As long as they don't get worse and they get a little bit better, then I'm okay with that. Give this video a share. That would be great too, if you could put it out into the internets. Let me know any other things that you'd like to see. I know I want to do a video on my teeth. For those people that don't know, I had a lot of dental problems, and I had all my teeth pulled, and I actually have fake teeth. So it was actually my 2 years since I got my teeth done yesterday. So if that's something that people would like to hear about, let me know. I can kind of go through the steps on how I decided that that was going to be the best option for me, how I went about finding a dentist, and how scary it was, and that kind of stuff. I can show some before pictures, which are horrible. But, you know, it is what it is. So let me know if you'd like to see something like that next. If you want a hair tutorial or another makeup tutorial, let me know. And I guess I'll see you in the next one. Bye.